This nigga Ken Carson is assembling the Avengers. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, DJ, Mudge, whatever you want to call me. As always, I really do appreciate y'all for subscribing and liking my videos, even taking the time out your day for watching it. We at 1.35K, man, what? Also, thank you for following me on Instagram as well. Now, today, we got something crazy to discuss. Now, as you all may know, Ken Carson did drop his More Chaos project back in April. Now, More Chaos did get mixed reviews, some people telling Ken to switch it up. Meanwhile, a lot of people were loving the project. Now, if you ask Mudge personally, did you like the project? Yes, I did like the project. I think Ken Carson delivered very well. I think the one thing that bothered me just a little bit is that I wish he would have switched it up a little bit, having more melodic tracks, but he did deliver with the melodic tracks that were on this project though. If I had to save some of my favorite tracks on this project, I'd definitely give it to Money Spread, K-Ho, Black Rockstar, 200 Cash, as well as 2000 and Off the Meter. Overall, he really didn't miss that much, and this is a very solid project coming from Ken Carson. Now, after the release of this project, Opium fans were automatically asking him when the tour was coming. Because if you don't know, Ken Carson and pretty much all of Opium are known for their crazy crowds, having tons of people seeing them live, screaming their lyrics, having so much fun. I went to go see Ken Carson back in 2021 during the X-Men tour, and let me just tell you, that is one of my favorite concerts till this date. The energy, the song selection, everything about that show was so much fun to me. I also seen him live during the King Vamp tour back in 2021. I also seen him last year at Summer Smash. Chill, bro. I know I've seen Ken quite a bit, but seeing his growth all the way back then to where he is now, selling out arenas for this upcoming tour, is absolutely crazy. Now, if you don't know, Ken Carson did announce the Lord of Chaos tour starting in July. Also, a YVL associate did tweet that this tour will be in mostly arenas. Whoa. Just whoa, bruh. Seeing Ken Carson perform in very small venues on the Wish for Glory YouTube channel, and now seeing him perform in these packed out arenas, bro, it's just mind-blowing. But the real reason why I'm making this video is because we did get a massive update on this tour. If you don't know, the openers for Ken Carson's Lord of Chaos tour has been released. For Ken Carson's September 11th show in Fort Worth, Texas at the Dickies Arena, his artists consist of these names: NetSpan, Homixide Gang, Che, and Prettifun. Bruh. Ref, do something. Ref, do something. Call a tech, call a foul or something. This might actually be one of the craziest opening lineups ever in the past couple years. And I thought that Antagonist was gonna be crazy, but this honestly just like takes the cake, bro. Like this is crazy. I don't even know where to begin, but Prettifun was seen on his Instagram story recently rocking a Teen X t-shirt. A lot of people were also asking about Prettifun recently too, because it seemed like he somewhat disappeared. But little did they know, I guess he had this cooking up the whole time, you know? Prettifun has performed before, and I've seen videos of it, and let's just say he knows how to turn the crowd up all the way. Honestly, everybody on this list can. Che, he's performed at Rolling Loud. He's had his own 3-stop tour that I went to personally at the Chicago show. I also seen him again in Chicago when he opened up for Saw Baby. Che definitely knows how to turn the crowd up, and honestly, just those two openers alone is like, it makes you think, is that not enough already? But no, it seems like Ken Carson wanted to bring way more energy for this tour. Now, he also brought in his fellow Opium members, Homixide Gang. Homixide Michi and Homixide Bino are definitely a slept-on duo. Like I said before, all of Opium signees really do know how to bring the energy to a show. I seen them live when they were opening up for Destroy Lonely back during the No Stylist tour. They performed a lot of songs off their Snotty World and Homicide Lifestyle project. Both really good projects, which I feel like you should go listen to as well. Bro, I can't even talk about it, bro. Every time I see a big lineup like this and then I see Homixide Gang, I just think of the time where Summers and the Homixide Gang had got into it. Such a random scene that happened in the SoundCloud community. Like, what do you mean they was fighting? Like, everybody was turning up in the crowd. Like, what? Last but definitely not least, and the most unexpected one, to be honest, NetSpan. NetSpan's been doing pretty good these past couple years. Dropped the album, been going on shows, doing tours. He went on 2 back-to-back tours, the BAFK tour, and then he did a Vans collab tour with Xavier So Bass. I bet you can guess what I'm already finna say. Yes, I seen him in Chicago. I need to start recording these shows, bro, like honestly. But anyways, yes, NetSpan has been going crazy. His performances also are really good, and he knows how to turn the crowd up and bring the energy. I know a lot of people shit on him, and I wasn't the biggest fan of BAFK, but I will say, I always say this, I give credit when it's due. He is a pretty live performer, and I would go recommend seeing him if you haven't already. Bro, this is actually one of the craziest lineups ever that I've honestly seen. Now, one issue that fans have been bringing up is the fact that Osama wasn't mentioned or brought up for this tour. Now, Osama being my favorite artist and seeing the whole feud, quote unquote, going on this past year, the fans pretty much created, I was not expecting him to open up for Ken at all, for the simple fact that fans steadily say that he stole his swag, this, that, and the third. There is no beef going on, I feel like. I just feel like fans take one simple comment and just run with it and spread it all over the internet. To make a long story short, people were messaging Ken Carson pretty much saying, why are you stealing Osama's swag and producers and things of that nature? And supposedly he responded saying that he stole my swag, it's the other way around and things like that. Now, it's undeniable that Osama has taken some inspiration from Ken Carson and the rest of Opium, but I honestly feel like the fans are trying to just stir something and just see drama awaiting to happen. That's why I feel like Osama is not like opening up for Ken Carson, nor do I think a collab will ever happen. Do I want one to happen? Absolutely. Seeing Ken Carson and Osama on a track together, or maybe a collab project, would actually change the SoundCloud scene. But realistically, will it happen? No, it won't happen because people like to stir drama. Ken Carson and Osama, if you ever watch this video, please do not let the fans get you ahead and please make a collab project for me. The one thing I do want to bring up for the openers for this tour is that we only have one date with these openers so far shown. So I'm kind of thinking, like, are they going to be at the rest of the shows or just this one particular show? Because at the other shows, there could be more openers. Some people were even saying, why didn't he bring Two Hollis back, even though Two Hollis is pretty much now doing his own thing? Who do y'all think would be at the rest of the shows if these openers are not there? Just let me know in the comments what y'all think. Also, Ken Carson was added to Lyrical Lemonade Summer Smash Fest for Sunday. I feel like that's a little preview of what we're gonna see during this tour and just see how packed it's gonna be through the crowds and stuff like that. Ken Carson, if you're watching this video, please bring someone crazy for the Chicago show. I hope to go to the Chicago show this year. I wasn't able to see him last year. Anyways, man, I'm done yapping, and I really do appreciate y'all for tapping into my videos, subscribing, liking, following me on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and all that other good stuff. I hope you have a blessed day. Keep your head up, chase your dreams and goals. Mudge out.